Hey, hello everyone, and happy holidays. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, the Fortress takes over the White House, and the community delivers hope for this holiday season. Joining us now with all these topics and everything more in Ward 5, of course, is the councilman who represents Ward 5. Happy holidays, Mr. Cedric Crear. How are you?
Happy holidays to you too, my friend. I'm great. I'm very blessed. Time to be reflecting on the year. What is amazing that the year is close to being finished.
Hard to believe. Poof.
I tell you, I always say this, we go from days to weeks, weeks to months, and months to years. And you start gauging things on, okay, in 2024, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because the days just blend and the weeks start to blend.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's great.
Councilman, we should mention to everybody you're wearing your Alpha Phi Alpha jacket today and an appropriate tie.
You know, it's great. Alpha Phi Alpha today is the Founders Day for the fraternity, which was founded December 4th, 1906. We say seated at Cornell University. It is the first intercollegiate fraternity, black fraternity for men. Ever founded in the history of our country, and is celebrating 117 years of manly deed, scholarship, and love for all mankind.
Congratulations.
So I wish all my brothers of Alpha Alpha a very, very happy Founders Day. Please reflect on all the work that we do throughout the course of the world. You know, Alpha has changed the trajectory of the world. Martin Luther King, Thurgood Marshall, Jesse Owens, so many others that have paved the path for us to live in a society we live in today.
It's a distinguished group.
It is.
And now Cedric Crear included. So.
Yes. Happy Founders Day, my good brothers.
Very good, very good. But Councilman, you know Ward 5 very well. It's your stomping ground. For those of you out there not exactly sure where Ward 5 is located, well, don't worry. We're going to show you right there on the map, right in the center of it all, right in the center of the valley. If you live or work in that area, of course, you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And if you're a resident out there, then you are represented on the city council by none other than Cedric Crear.
Yep, what an amazing ward I have the opportunity to lead. You know, we have 3 area commands, downtown area command, Bolden area command. We also have northwest area command. So we really touch a broad stroke of the community.
That's true. From downtown all the way to the northwest.
Downtown all the way up to the northwest. People are always surprised when I tell them, they say, what are your boundaries at Ward 5? And I tell them, and they're just really shocked that it includes all that. I mean, you've got the tourism corridor in downtown, you've got the Smith Center, historic west side, you've got going on northwest, you've got a rural area with horses and goats and chickens. So I become someone in authority on a little bit of everything.
That's right, it's Las Vegas, only here, right? Well, Councilman, I love this. You've been very busy, and this is classic. What better place to start? Our Golden Knights took over the White House, and Councilman Creer, you were there. The team was honored for its Stanley Cup win earlier this year, and there you are in the White House with the Stanley Cup. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it was right there in the heart of the White House too. It was a great day, not only for the Knights. You know, we started off at the White House talking about policies and things that are affecting Las Vegas and Southern Nevada.
That's why you were originally
and had a number of other elected officials that are there to make sure that we understand what's happening. We had a chance to have some dialogue with some key individuals that talked about how do we continue to improve Southern Nevada. While we were there, we happened to have some neighbors that showed up.
Good timing.
The Knights were there, the whole team, and they were celebrated by the president and vice president to give them an award. It was somewhat surreal, because you always see it on TV. You always see the basketball team going, NCAA champions going, whatever, and it's kind of like, oh, that's great. But you never really actually think like real people are there. It's almost like you think it's staged, you know, it's almost like a movie set. But here we are, and there were a lot of people from Las Vegas that were there. Congratulations to Bill Foley, the entire Knights organization, Kerry Bulbos, the president. What an amazing, amazing, amazing thing that they've done. I remember I was on the Founding 50 where they asked people to help sell season tickets prior to the season starting. They were trying to still get the commissioner Bettman to give them,
Las Vegas is good.
Give them one. So I was part of that, and I remember sitting in Bill Foley's home, and he said he wanted to have a winning team from the get-go. He didn't want to linger around in sort of expansion, hell. He wanted to win. And lo and behold, the Stanley Cup Finals in the first year, was it 6 years later, they won the entire Stanley Cup. I tell you,
we're still walking on. We're still walking on.
Hey, from someone born and raised without a hockey team and someone that did not follow hockey growing up, I am dialed in.
We all are.
I'm all in.
And great fans.
It is great fans.
Great fan base. So.
Yeah, and the best, I get to talk so much stuff to my friends around the country all my Detroit friends and all of my DC friends, my Philadelphia Flyer friends.
They're quiet now.
Oh my goodness. Who would have thought, right?
Exactly.
So thank you, Knights, for helping us.
Yeah, that's true. Very
Yes.
true. Very true. Well, we love the Knights in the community. The community also loves animals. And here recently, Councilman, you held a free microchipping event. It was a huge success. More than 650 dogs and cats went home with microchips. It took a lot of volunteers and supporters to organize this event, so kudos to the Animal Foundation for working with you on that. But Councilman, I got to tell you, you were the one, of course, that sponsored the ordinance that our cats and dogs have got to be microchipped.
Yeah, it's something we saw that the Animal Foundation, and also thank you to the Animal Foundation, thank you to Steve Arcana and the people at Golden Entertainment for hosting that event right in the parking lot there, right on Decatur for free microchipping. Thank you to his wife Dana, who gives so much of herself to go out and just ensure that our animals have a safe environment to live in. We were getting overcrowded in our shelters. We receive a number of cats and dogs that do not know how to get back to the loving families.
Right.
We know that in order to get them back to their families is where they need to be. It's the best environment for them to be in, a comfortable environment. And we realized that, look, a lot of these cats and dogs are not microchipped. Right. I purchased a new dog, AJ, our little new dog. We went down and got microchipped at the Animal Foundation. And so by August the 1st, 2024, if you have a cat or a dog, if you buy a cat and a dog in the city of Las Vegas, you're going to have to get that dog and cat microchipped. We're going to try to do our best to host many free events over the course of time leading up to that. We had a donor who made a big donation to the Animal Foundation. Right. We're going to give out free microchipping throughout the month of December while supplies last. We gave out about 650 microchipping the other week at this event.
That's awesome.
In conjunction with the Animal Foundation and others. So we're doing our best to get them out. Get your dog and cat microchipped. We want to get them back into their homes. It also helps to the overcrowdedness with the animal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shelters.
The dog gets out. We had this happen 4th of July, Councilman. Fireworks scare a lot of the animals. Dogs and cats will bolt. They'll end up somewhere else. Somebody will find them and won't know where to return them. But now with the microchip, you don't have to worry about a collar or anything. We'll be able to identify who owns that.
Yeah, and look, it is a very easy process. My dog, AJ, went in with a puppy, and I think within 5 minutes, the whole process lasted. Now, I didn't get microchip, but it looked pretty painless. He just stuck it, and he didn't budge. No. I don't think he felt it. And so it's very seamless. If you don't get a part of the Animal Foundation, you can go to your veterinarian can microchip. Other places around the city can microchip. If you don't have to come down to the Animal Foundation, but please do. It's cheaper at the Animal Foundation.
Absolutely.
I do know that. I think it's about $25 at the Animal Foundation, and then if you go to your vet, usually it's around $40 or so.
Right, exactly. So, and again, as Councilman said, come August 1st, it's going to be a requirement if you are a city resident.
Yes, so help us out.
All right. Well, Councilman, we know this. You're passionate about supporting our youth in the community, and last month, you made a special visit to Helen Toland Elementary School for an exciting event. The city partnered with the nonprofit Shoes That Fit, and together you delivered free shoes to hundreds of students there at Helen Toland.
This was a great event. I have to thank Tanya Jackson-Renner in my office for really putting this whole thing together and organizing and working with Shoes That Fit organization to literally, as you can see, we literally gave free pairs of sneakers to these kids. Nothing better than getting a free pair of sneakers, right?
Exactly, Councilman. Nice new
shoes. I tell you, especially when you're a kid, you're like, whoa, my goodness. And so we had sized them all up beforehand. They all organized. They came in, and they got free shoes. I know we had other representatives there. Someone from Open AIDS was there to help support us. But thank you to everybody that came out and put this together. And thank you to our team with our Youth Development Social Innovation team for also working with us to make this happen.
Dr. Tammy Mallich,
yes,
you're right there.
Who's our director of YDSI. Thank you all very much for working to make this happen, because it really changed the lives of some of these kids today.
I should say, too, Councilman, to be more specific, every student at Helen Toland got a new pair.
Yes.
Every single one.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Kids, but very nice. And we should mention, too, I always like to know this. We have all these schools named after people, and sometimes you don't know, I wonder who that person is, or who they were. And Helen Toland was the first African-American principal in the Clark County school system.
Yes.
You probably already knew that.
I did, and she is my neighbor. But we've lived around the corner from each other for decades,
No
even when
kidding.
I was a young
So you-
a young buck. And she is a true matriarch of our entire community, a wonderful person. And it was very fitting for CCSD to name the school after her. And so thank you to them. And look, she's still around. She's alive.
Wow, that's
she
awesome.
is active. She shows up at our events all the time. And she shows up at the school all the time. So it's great when you actually get a chance to see the matriarch of your school.
Yeah,
and
of
the
course.
namesake, who's actually there.
Yeah, and this is who the school's named for.
I had Mabel Hogard, and I went to Mabel Hogard, and she was there, and so it was great.
Yeah, that's good. That's special. The kids can really relate to
Yes.
that, for sure.
Yes.
Councilman, we're on to the holiday season, but we don't want to forget Thanksgiving. You always active at this time of the year. Let's stay on the topic of giving back.
Yeah.
And you and your wife, Kiba, are very active in the community, and you're always giving back. And you and Kiba helped hand out, are you ready for this? I think you already knew this. Folks, you're not going to know this probably, but 1,000 turkeys and sides.
Yes.
1,000. The event benefited seniors living in adult communities across Ward 5. And Councilman, that is a lot of turkeys and sides.
It is, and I tell you, this has become an absolute staple of our Ward 5 initiatives. We go around the entire ward to our active adult residential areas. We also work with some of the churches we give out a number of turkeys and meals with. We partner with fraternal, sorority organizations, the Alpha Kappa Alpha and Alpha Phi Alpha, and give out the turkeys and the sides. We get people who come up and say, look, we would not have a meal if it wasn't for this. I have family coming in town, and I couldn't afford to go out and buy a turkey and buy all the sides and all the fixings, as we say. And so it really makes a huge difference. And I know that the members of our community really appreciate it. Thank you to all the volunteers that come out and help us, because we actually, some of the residents, are disabled, and they can't carry the turkeys because they're heavy. We had some big turkeys this year too. And the sides, we actually take them back to their residence for them and help them do that. So all the volunteers that work, Sheena Judy Mitchell, who heads up our Batters Included. We had kids from My Brother's Keeper initiative out there who are helping us. So thank you to all of them that came out also. It wasn't just me. It's a full-fledged team. Anderson Dairy, who gives us the reefer truck to keep all of the turkeys and the meals cold. They were there. They help us bring it down, deliver. Smith's, the Kroger team, just everybody works.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of people with 1,000 turkeys going out the door. Yeah,
we do. So thank you to everybody who helps make that. The work that you have done has changed the life of so many people in our community.
Yeah, exactly. And Councilman, you didn't stop there. You took part in another Thanksgiving food giveaway. This time, you partnered with 2 service organizations. You mentioned the fraternities joined the Pi Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and the Theta Theta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority for this event. The sorority and the fraternity are part of the Divine Nine. It's a group of historically Black Greek letter organizations. Councilman, you're a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, as we mentioned earlier, and once again, you and your fraternity brothers made a big contribution to the community.
Yeah, we do, and the AKAs do a great job too. They are the first intercollegiate sorority organization, Black sorority organization as well, founded in 1908 at Howard University, where I went to school. My mother is a member of AKA. My daughter Hagen's a member of AKA, and so you see we give out our fresh leafy greens that we got from our urban farm, our MGM urban farm. We are growing our own leafy greens. We gave out collard greens. We gave out all types of things back to the community as well. And so thank you to AKAs, thank you to Alpha, who just really take their time, their talents, and their treasures in order to make a better life and a better holiday season for others.
Yeah, there they are. You mentioned too, I noticed, Councilman, those are butter balls too.
Yes, so they are.
It's not like
we're
not going to give you the best kind of turkey either. You're going to get a good one.
It is a good one, and they were heavy. They were big. They weren't small little Cornish hens. They were.
Yeah, that's good.
They were the big boys.
And that means families, they get to have the turkey and the turkey
soup.
Sure,
the turkey soup, the turkey salad, the turkey hash, turkeys and eggs, turkeys on toast, turkeys on white, turkeys and mayo, turkeys and cranberry sauce for like 2 weeks afterwards.
Exactly. It's what you do. It's what we do. So.
Yeah.
And then, Councilman, despite all the holiday stuff going on, you're still maintaining your normal routine. Each month, you invite residents to your ward for the community conversations and to attend that. This time at the Grits Cafe near Lake Mead and Martin Luther King Boulevard. It's a great meet and greet for people to come in, have a chance to just informally talk with you about issues.
Yeah, and they've become a staple. We really get a lot of people that come out, and which is great because they want to talk to the council person or talk to members of our team and staff. And so you come out very, very, casual. We ate breakfast there, and we have a conversation with people, and it really works out really good.
It moves around, right?
It does.
Different locations.
We try to spread out throughout the ward.
Yep.
We do it every month, just about, and it's great to see that people come out.
Yep. They want to know what's going on, and they want to be able to talk with you.
And then sometimes people just want to come out and just say hello.
Yeah, right.
Which is great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's nice. Last week, you held a holiday lighting at the Cox Communications parking lot near Vegas Drive and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and this really is the kickoff to light the entire Martin Luther King Jr. corridor, right?
It is. Thank you to Janet Uthman, who heads up Cox in Southern Nevada, Stephanie Stallworth, who handles all their community affairs with them. They have been a great partner, not only here, but throughout the entire time, and working on the digital divide in our community. So thank you very, very much. They've partnered with them. We had a event right in the parking lot of Cox, which is our largest employer, out on MLK
right.
in Vegas Drive there. We flipped the switch to turn on all of the lights that go down MLK. You've seen them on the light poles. Last year we did it. It was the first year. This is our second annual event. We doubled the amount of holiday ornaments that you see there along the thoroughfare. And so it's great. Have to thank Mike Jensen, who at the time we worked in this was our Director of Public Works, who's now our City Manager, Dre Paskey, and who's our Director of Public Works now, and the entire team over in Public Works who worked so hard to get this up on time, and also to ensure that when we flipped the switch, the lights actually came on.
Exactly.
So thank you all very, very
Always
much.
important.
2 in a row.
Councilman, you had told me before that growing up in Ward 5, there weren't a lot of street decorations like that.
Well,
and so now, obviously, we've changed that.
Look, there were no street decorations. And sometimes you go to different communities and you travel around and you see the palm trees wrapped and you see the Christmas trees, and you just make very festive environment when you go to like the malls and things. And so I was thinking about how do we create a festive environment along our community. And we were thinking about wrapping the trees along the median, but there's no power there.
Right.
And so we figured out that we can put these ornaments up, light them up, that go along MLK, and it creates a really good holiday feel. And I can't believe how many people, including myself, I live right on the corner from there, and it just puts you in a certain feeling, and you feel good about the holiday season, and it just puts you in a different frame of mind. So I get so many people that say, "Wow, I think this is awesome." They just feel good driving on MLK.
Yeah, it's part of the. It's now and become a tradition.
It is.
Really
it is. It's great.
Well, Councilman, along those same lines, the community celebrated Christmas a little early. Liberty Baptist Church hosted its annual Christmas experience. The church partners with Metro Police for this event. This is a nice event too, Councilman. It kind of kicks off the whole season to some degree.
It is. This is a beautiful event. Thank you, Pastor Tice at Liberty Baptist for organizing this. This has also become another staple event in Ward 5. They get hundreds and hundreds of people and families that come out. Thank you to all the vendors that are there, from healthcare providers to the city of Las Vegas and others, Metro, our fire safety folks were there, and there's others. They recreate a manger scene there with an actual live camel and goats. It's just pretty amazing the extent that they go to create this environment. And what a great time we had. And families come out, and it's really a true community family event. So thank you all very much. And another thing that gets you in the holiday spirit is going that with Liberty Baptist.
Exactly. And Pastor Tice, by the way, is our
Citizen of the Month.
Yes.
Yes.
So
and very, very well deserved.
Congratulations, Pastor. Exactly. And then, Councilman, you've worked on this too, Operation Warmth, giving clothes, especially to the folks that are at our homeless courtyard.
Yes.
Your team worked very hard. We did that again this year. December 9th is going to be the actual drop-off date.
Yes.
for all of that?
We set up barrels around the ward here at City Hall as well on the first floor. You can drop off gently used coats, gloves, hats, socks. We've collected all of that over the past month, and now we're going to give that out at our Homeless Courtyard Resources Center, as well as we're going to give it out directly to some families that are in transitional housing that have moved out from the courtyard. Now we're in housing facilities.
They're getting on their feet,
on their feet to help them out. So thank you to all of the people that allowed us to put those buckets in your place of business. And then thank you to everyone who donated any type of clothing to help out with that. It is going directly to the people in need, and there's a lot of need. So thank you very much.
And we were talking about this earlier. The weather's changed. This is perfect timing. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you all very, very much.
And then, Councilman, of course, the holidays are here, as we've been saying, and you have a lot of events coming up. This first one, it's a partnership with Clark County. It's the Doolittle Holiday Luncheon. This is going to be Friday, December 15th at 11 o'clock. And we should note on this, everybody, you got to RSVP by December 13th if you're interested in coming. This is really important. And this is a nice partnership with the county. The city and the county partner on this. So this event is at the county, but we're going to tell you about another event that's going to be at the city because it's a true partnership. But again, the Doolittle Holiday Lunch, and this is for seniors, be Friday, December 15th, 11 o'clock. Again, folks, you got to RSVP if you're interested in coming. So,
a lot of fun.
Yep.
A lot of great events happening over the holiday season.
Yeah. And then, Councilman, in partnership with the county, this event for our youth is going to be at the Doolittle Center. This is for young people. This is our Breakfast with Santa, December 16th, the very next day at Doolittle Center. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning, going to about 1 in the afternoon. So that's a great event because you got Santa there, you got families getting stuff. People have adopted some of the families to make sure that the kids get stuff on their list.
It is. We have a lot of fun, and many times you have families that are not able to put gifts underneath the tree for some kids, and that can be a little devastating. So we do our best to try to help mitigate that.
For you, good for you, Councilman. And speaking of Doolittle, a lot of these are at Doolittle. Everybody, the Doolittle Holiday Experience. That's going to take place on Wednesday, December 20th, everyone, 6 o'clock. $25 admission fee, but that includes transportation, lights, refreshments, again, at the Doolittle Community Center. Love to have you RSVP, everybody, if you don't mind. Again, please RSVP by the 18th on this. And there's the number to call, 702-229-6125, if you're interested in coming. And again, the holiday experience is going to be on the 20th itself. So tell us about that, Councilman. It's like, what happens at the experience?
Well, we have a lot of fun, and there's something for everybody there. Doolittle does an amazing job of hosting different events. So you'll come in, you'll have a different experience, and you'll have a lot of fun. So bring your family out. Please do come out. We want to see you, and we want to make sure that you have a great holiday season.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, then the holidays continue through Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that into the new year. And Doolittle is also hosting a Doolittle Noonday Eve countdown celebration. This is Friday, December 29th. So this is kind of like Christmas Eve, and or Christmas Eve, I guess.
Yeah.
And that'll be Friday, December 29th, 10 o'clock, Doolittle Center. $7 is the admission on this. I'd love you to RSVP again by the 27th, everyone. And this is just a countdown into the new year as we get a little bit closer. Again, the number is 229-6125.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Come on out. And we can start ringing in 2024, can you believe it?
Yeah, it is hard to believe, I tell you.
Yikes.
My goodness.
And last but not least, Councilman, this is great. You have a Kwanzaa celebration and a Rites of Passage celebration. That's going to be Saturday, December 30th, 2 to 4. Now, this is at the West Las Vegas Library Theater. Kwanzaa runs December 26th through January 1st this year. And if you'd like to take part, again, that's going to be from 2 to 4 on the 30th at the West Las Vegas Library Theater. So close to Doolittle, but not actually at
Doolittle. Right around the corner. But this is also great because of the fact that it's a learning experience as well. And if you aren't familiar with Kwanzaa, I urge you to come out to experience and to learn what Kwanzaa is and what Kwanzaa is about. So come on out.
Yeah, it's a great tradition that it's a lot of fun, too. And what I like about Kwanzaa is that it keeps the whole Christmas thing going a little longer, you know, in my mind. It's like you just kind of, it's another extension of just making the holidays run a little bit longer through December. So, well, Councilman, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. You know, and also don't forget that during the winter break, we have a lot of activities taking place that you can sign up for. Please go to lasvegasnevada.gov and find out some things you can do with your youth when they're out of school.
Winter breaks,
we have things going on. So when they're out, we're working, and we want to make sure that if you have to go to work, that you have a safe place for your youth to go and hang out and have some fun and learn something.
Yeah, great camps. We have great camps, winter camps. So
please,
thank you, Councilman. Yeah, good addition there. Yeah, take advantage. If you've got to work, mom and dad, the kids are off school, it's great. Great thing to do. So, Councilman, we're about out of time here. We want to tell everybody out there, we always want to hear from you. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilman Creer, you can find him on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. You can also contact the Councilman at 702-229-6405 or send him an email. His address is ccrear@lasvegasnevada.gov, and here one of his great staff will get right back to you. So, Councilman, this is your last show of 2023. I'll see you next year.
Happy holidays to you and your family. Happy holidays to you and your family. Happy holidays to our entire staff and team here at the City of Las Vegas, who does an amazing job.
Work hard.
And I say this all the time, we work with some smart people and some dedicated people that really care about our community, only want the best for our community. So thank you all to every single person that works at the City of Las Vegas. Your commitment does not go unnoticed, and we thank you all very much for a fantastic year. Looking forward to 2024.
Oh, thanks, Councilman. Thank you very much. I couldn't have said it better myself, so thank you. And happy holidays and happy new year to you and to your family as well, everybody. So, folks, please don't miss our next show beginning on December 14th with Ward 6 Councilwoman Nancy Bruni. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Also, watch for our QR code during the closing credits of this show to subscribe to our newsletter. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We will see you next time around, and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays.